Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to get Red Eagle's Fury. I think it's Fury. Red Eagle's sword is much simpler. But first, before we do that, we must take out Zimmer Crab. What? Been denied. The kill cam of Zimmer Crab. Alright, so where are we on the map? Well, we are here, right near Karthspire, but you just want to come up here. You come down there and you basically follow this this road, this path, which will lead you to interior cave system, kind of. And also, and then once you see those towers up there, that's where we're headed. Because a particular Forsworn person has the sword that we're looking for. And also, if you already didn't find it already, there are plenty of there are a few locations where you can find the Legend of Red Eagle, which tells the history of Phelan, who is the Forsworn, who, to make a long story short, he led his people in wondrous bounds of glory. Yeah. You're wrecked. Yeah, so this was during a time when Kintyra was essentially conquering, or wanted to destroy the Reach, or the Reach men, I should say. And his people were subjected. Many of the people felt that, well, the elders essentially betrayed or surrendered, right? And so Phelan went into hiding along with a few loyal followers, and he ended up well, to put it plainly, was met with by a Hagriven, and she offered him power in the literal sense. Watch out for this. Go over there. Power in the literal sense, and so he so the Hagriven offered to make him a Briarheart. And so he was really the first Briarheart that we know of in the retrospect. The Legend of Red Eagle tells the story about that. And so it was like, let's see. I can get this guy. Get wrecked. Oh, wait. You're not dead? Now you're dead. God, he got shot in the nuts. He literally got shot. The dude just got shot in the fucking nuts. Hi. You wrecked. Damn, Forsworn has traps there. Oh, well, we'll take that. Potion of minor healing. coin purse. Take it. Red Eagle Redoubt. And so he became Red Eagle. And he ended up basically getting entombed. Bruh. Well, Lydia's got him. Did you get him, Lydia? Where'd the guy go? Bruh. Wait, do I have God mode on? Hold on. Do I actually have God mode on? Yes, I do. Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize I had God mode on. I was selling some stuff because I was over cucumbered.
You can't win this.
Oh God.
First you, then all of the reach.
Here is Red Eagle's Fury. So we're looking for Red Eagle's Bane, which... Unlock the secret of Red Eagle's tomb. So this is a little bit of lore, so let's read this lore. This tale was transcribed from the memory of Clarice Bane, student of Winterhold. Elements of the legend suggest a date C. First era 1030. Though, as with any oral tradition, many of it is likely later a later and anachronism. Anachron. Oh my god, I cannot speak. Anachronism. Anachronism. I've never heard of that word in my life. My god. You can tell that English was never my strong suit. Curiously, stories of a similar king and his legendary blade appear in other ancient myths of the Reach. Long ago, a child was born in the Sundered Hills. They named him Phelan, which means red eagle, in the tongue of the Reach. For this for the screeching bird call that greeted his birth and the crimson blooms on the autumn hills. Thus began his legend. Reach child, born under auspicious skies, his very name the color of blood. 10 kings ruled the Reach in those days, and though men were free, the people were scattered and warred amongst themselves. The augurs foresaw the boy's destiny, a warrior without peer, first and foremost, a lord of the Reach, chosen to unite all under his name. Phelan grew in years and strength, and it seemed the prophecy would be fulfilled. The banner of the Red Eagle was raised along the cliffs of the Reach, and his people prospered. Then Hester, not Kintyra, Hestra, Empress of the South, riding to war, one by one the kings stood before her. One by one they fell aside, bending the knee in imperial bargains, or slaughtered on the battlefield. Her legions came at last to the Sundered Hills, and envoys were sent to bargain for their surrender. Phelan refused to yield the freedom of his people, but the elders were afraid, cast him out, and accepted the imperial yoke. Thus was stolen by the foreign invaders his land, his people, his very name. In the years that followed, Red Eagle became known as the untamed spirit of the Reach, unbowed, unbroken, stained by the blood of his foes. He gathered loyal Reachmen to himself, those who clung to the old ways, who yearned for freedom and forged a new nation. Together they fell upon the occupiers and the traitors by night, disappearing into the cliffs and caves each morn, evading capture. It was not enough. For every imperial patrol and garrison they wiped out, yet more seemed to march from the green south to replace them. One night, under a cloud-choked sky, the men of the Red Eagle warmed themselves over damp fires of smoldering moss. A huddled, shambling figure came to them, cloaked in rags, face cowled. Though his men mocked and cast stones at the stranger, Phelan sensed something and beckoned. The cowl was thrown back in the dim light, and she revealed herself to be one of the ancient and venerable Hagravens. She offered power for a price, and a pact was made. Thus was brokered to the witch his heart, his will, his humanity. From that day forth, his was a spirit of vengeance, pitiless and beyond remorse. The rebels grew in strength and numbers, and none could stand against them. Phelan's eyes burned coldly in those days, back opals reflecting a mind not entirely his own. 2 years passed, and the foreigners were all but driven from the Reach. Such peace could not last, however, as a great host fell upon them, a swift army of invaders unlike any before. For a fortnight, Hestra's generals laid siege to Red Eagle's stronghold, till he himself came forth for battle, alone and robed in nothing but his righteous fury. And those foreigners fell before his flaming sword, and the enemy was routed. Yet, when night fell, so too did he. The warriors who came to him said Phelan's eyes were clear again on that final night. He was taken to the place prepared for him, a tomb hidden deep within the rock. With his remaining strength, he presented his sword to his people and swore an oath, fight on, and when at last the reach is free, his blade should be returned, that he might rise and lead them again. Thus was given for his people, his life, his dream, his sword. But when every debt is repaid, in blood, these he shall reclaim once more. But yeah, so there's the backstory of Red Eagle, and actually, this is actually a kind of a journal. Red Eagle's right. No, I wanted to read it. Red Eagle's right. Having bathed the blade in human blood, present it at Rebel's cairn, together with your sacrifice and intone. Lord Red Eagle, ancient one, first and foremost among Reachmen, heed the call of your people. Still we fight for freedom. Still our blades are dark with blood. Turn your gaze upon us and grant us your blessing anew. I renew the ancient covenant. When at last our lands are free, we shall return your sword to victory in hand. Then arise, O great one, from your honored tomb. Reclaim thy stolen throne. Rule over us, High Lord of the Reach, forevermore. And now,
Never seen anything quite.
just need to take this key. I forgot to take that earlier. We just come on up here because you can't get through here otherwise. And then I guess there's another book if you missed it before. So this can be rather confusing if you don't know what you're doing. So now, I think there's anything up here other than some random stuff. Okay. So you just want to come across here. I think there's a chest. Yes, I knew there was a chest here. Damn it. There we go. Need it. Remember when I did this before and I got super confused. Yeah, because you can't get through here otherwise. Alright. So now we need to come over yonder. And also there is a little bit of an Easter egg over here as well. Which you will soon see. I think it's... Oh, yes, here it is. So, this is just a seal sword. However, if you notice, if you're familiar with the King Arthur legend, there's two unmarked locations like this. There's the Sword in the Stone, and then there's by Halted Stream Camp. I want to say there's like a small little lake where it's representing the Lady of the Lake, holding up the sword, by a skeleton hand, kind of representing that. Obviously, this is the Sword in the Stone version, so it's kind of cool that actually is the case for, you know, a little bit of an Easter egg if you're familiar with our Arthurian legend. Now, when you put the sword in, a way shall open up. But you're probably wondering, well, shouldn't I take the sword with me? Well, that's the problem. Closes. So we just come down over yonder and here. Now, normally he is a level jogger, unless you have a mod that kind of like changes his appearance and stuff. And I don't know what I'll expect from him. Oh, great. He's a fucking Draugr overlord. Oh, shit. Get him, Lydia. Get him. Get wrecked. And down goes the skeletons. Now that's actually a decent weapon. But I'm going to grab it and sell it. Decent, I say, not perfect. Oh. Okay, now you have my attention. There's that orcish mace. So there's some decent loot in here and everything. But you're probably wondering, well, where is your Red Eagle sword? Aha, well, you just come out here. Now look, Red Eagle's Fury burns the target, right? Burns the target for however long. So, Red Eagle's Fury, or Red Eagle's Bane, I should say, is undead up to level 13 are set on fire and flee for 30 seconds. So it's still a burn, you know, burn enchantment and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. And if you did, leave a like the like button, like the subscribe button, and like the bell notification. And I'll catch you all in the next one, guys. Have a good one.